So what are some tips can you give for fractional CFOs to sell?
Clients want to feel like you understand their industry really well.
Right.
Even if you feel like I can serve any industry. If a client's like coming from the restaurant industry,
Yeah.
they want to know that you are an expert at the restaurant industry. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Like they want to feel like you're really special or you know what I mean, like really well versed in the restaurant industry, even though
Yeah.
it's kind of all the same thing. You know what I mean?
It is,
for
yeah.
accountants, it all is the same thing. But
Yeah.
your client doesn't know that,
Right.
because your client doesn't have an accounting background, right?
Yeah.
So just being able to like speak using the language that they use and understanding their industry really well, I think
Right.
helps
Yeah.
in the sales process. I don't consider myself a sales expert, but
Yeah. I mean, one thing I learned was that you have to be comfortable talking about yourself.
yeah. I was never comfortable talking to myself in the beginning.
Yeah.
But if you want to build a social media following, that's something that you have to get over. That's something that I've had to learn for myself. Is that even though I don't love talking, in the beginning I did not like to talk about myself. I'm more open now, and the cameras and stuff, I have no problem with it. But like it's something that's taken me 2 or 3 years. And so now I have no problem talking about myself and just being an open book.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, I was definitely more like, I was scared to even talk about money, like personal finance, because I was like, that's not like politically correct, right? To talk about like money and stuff on camera. So it's taken me quite a bit of
time,
reps.
Yes.
Reps to be able to storytell effectively, and I guess my job is to get views and stuff on social media. So there's just certain things that I have to do and say, right? It's a little different than what it was before, but
I mean, I guess it depends on what you talk about. I mean, when I say talk about yourself, it doesn't mean that you have to share your feelings to a potential client or anything, but it's just being comfortable talking about your experiences. It's pretty much your experiences. And
because that's how people connect with each other on social media. When you talk about your life and your experiences.
I remember when I left Numinous, like a lot of people, when they leave their jobs, they write on LinkedIn. And I wrote this post on LinkedIn, and then I had likes and all that. But then also at the time, I felt that going through all those things that we just talked about, like raising money, all that, and then burnout and so forth, I felt like there was something I wanted to share. So after that post, I thought, okay, I'll write again next week, and then we'll see what happens. And then so I wrote something, and then it seemed like people were interested. And I thought, okay, I'm gonna try writing once a week. About things. Like I didn't write about like finance things because I just didn't want to. But it's just more like when you mentioned, when you asked me earlier off camera, do I know the podcast, like the Diary of a CEO? And in those podcasts, it's great because they're not talking about the life of a CEO. Is a lot of things behind the scenes. And then
they have a personal life too in top of work.
So I just talked a lot about like behind the scenes things, and it seemed like that garnered a lot of interest, and I did that for about 6 months. And when it was time to launch my fractional CFO business, I just, again, like everyone, like a lot of people do, I just wrote it on LinkedIn. And what was great was that I already had this built-in audience from writing for 6 months, for like once a week. And I got like, when I did that, I had so many people reach out to me, like Antonio and others, for referrals, introductions, and all that.
Interesting.
So like, I guess my tip for like anyone that's even thinking about being a fractional CFO is like just start doing something. Like writing on LinkedIn is like the easiest thing.
The writing on LinkedIn.
Yeah. And then you never know what's
I know all these like different writing on LinkedIn for sure.
Yeah.
I know all these different like random lead generation techniques now. With online, like YouTube. YouTube is big. YouTube is like, it would be my strategy would just be like, go post like 50 YouTube videos to get started.
Right.
And
yeah.
then,
but again, like a lot of CFO people are not camera. A lot of CFOs are camera shy.
I was camera shy too.
Yeah.
It's just like, I just kept putting myself out there.
Yeah.
I'm just more natural because I've just been doing it for 2-3 years now. That's the only
that's true.
reason. The only reason why I am is because I've done it. Like I've put in the reps to do it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of business people that have like business backgrounds are like, I'm not an influencer, because that's
right.
Yeah. Everyone kind of has, like, I know people with business backgrounds feel I got to promote myself. I got to dance on camera. Like, you know what I mean? It's weird.
It is. I remember my first earnings call as a public company in Numinous. It wasn't on camera or anything. It was just audio because COVID.
Those are pretty rigidly
and I had a script,
structured.
But still, I was like sweating because I was thinking, geez, what if I said the wrong thing or whatnot? But as you
that's important too. Like every word you say is important.
Yes.
Like you can't mess that up.
But like you said, if you put in the reps, every quarter is the same thing. Just feel more comfortable.
How were those sort of interviews? Like, did you find them to be stressful? I guess you had to do them every couple of months.
Yeah, so we had to do it every quarter.
Yeah.
I guess the good thing is that at that stage of the company, we weren't profitable, and a lot of people knew that. They were just more focused on, what are we doing to advance the company forward. So it was less about the financials, and more about what's the company doing and where we're headed.
Oh, okay. The story.
The story, the plan, and are we executing on all these things?
I know for bigger public companies,
every
word and number gets honed by 5 different people before it can even be looked at by the CFO. So.
Yes. So I think once we uplisted to the TSX, that's when it started getting more real. Yeah.
Yeah, and that process seems very stressful. Just
yes,
say this, don't say that. Use this word, don't use that.
I was still sweating, but not as much.
But I guess I don't know how bigger public company CFOs do it. I guess it's just through experience.
I think they're just used to it.
They're just used to it. Yeah.
Yeah, they're just used to it. Yeah.
I can't even imagine going on camera and then, because we're just talking natural conversation, but going on camera and then having to say certain numbers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's what if you say the wrong number, or what if you say something wrong? That's really stressful.
Yes. Yeah. That stress of having people. That stress of having people able to pick apart what you say word by word, number by number.
Yes.
That can weigh on people.
Yeah. I know all about that.
Yeah.
But I also can control the edit, so it's okay.
That's true. On an earnings call, it's just there is no edits.
Yes.
Yeah.
But no, I've kind of gotten more natural edit time now. I don't I use a teleprompter when I film myself.
Right. Yeah.
So it's more, but I go in and I add my own stuff now too, my own flair, and so I've kind of gotten the production process down to a T.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was definitely much more awkward when we first started doing it, and Kevin hated doing it, so it's just because he's your,
right.
He's like I don't want to do any of this.
Yeah. But good for you for doing it, and now you have the studio and all that. Yeah.
Quite a different journey.
Having fun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a stressful few years. In the first couple of years, not really knowing what I was doing, not really having a ton of support from people. Remember thinking to myself, I had to go down quite a few rabbit holes. First, I sold fitness services. Yes, which is very different than what I'm doing now. Yeah, because that's B2C, which is really interesting. B2C services. And then I dabbled in marketing agencies for a while. I had to learn marketing from some 22-year-old marketing bros that were selling courses, that masterminds. And I was learning business from. I was learning from business. So some of them are actually really smart people, and they've done well in their own right. And I've kind of been exposed to some things in the online world that are legitimate.
Right.
And it's been interesting.
Yeah.
It's been interesting. Kind of the world changing now with social media and just what you can do with that. Just creates new opportunities for people if that's what they want to do for themselves.
Yeah.
But I remember going those past couple of years when I'd be just on my own entrepreneurial journey away from accounting and finance. I remember thinking, oh man, I can't wait to go back one day and tell somebody all of these things that I've done, all these rabbit holes that I've had to go through. And it's just so funny that we're talking now. And
well, now
I've met some weird people in the past few years.
But that's what make life interesting.
Yeah.
Right?
It's very different from the just the regular accounting people that I used to deal with. That just it was a very predictable conversations. Predictable day to day, predictable responses.
Right.
Predictable reactions. And then you go out on your own, then you have to deal with things like customer refunds, customer complaints, random comments on social media. And then now it's like my whole family can see what I'm doing on social media. It's like that was a bit of a process for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, no,